Welcome back. Over the last several modules, you built out the Coral Cloud Guest Concierge agent, its topic, its action, the flow behind it, and it's already handling guest conversation in text. Today, we are going to do something different. We are giving the same agent a voice, not rebuilding, not touching the reasoning underneath it, just adding a speech layer on the top of the agent you already have. Let's ground ourselves for a second. The Coral Cloud discussion topic is live. The find alternative discussion slot action is wired to its auto launch flow. Guests like Mara, whose guided volcano I got cancelled for a weather, and Ash advisory can already get help through that. Everything you're about to do in this module sits on top of that. The brain of the agent doesn't change at all. So what does the telephony connection actually add? It gives this agent the ability to hold a real spoken conversation. Guest speech gets converted to text for the Atlas reasoning engine to process, and the agent's reply get converted back into speech. That can happen over a real phone call using PSTN or SIP, or and this is what we will use for the entire course, entirely built inside a browser tab using voice preview. Before we touch any setting, let's get the facts straight because this matters for how you plan and budget this rollout. Agentforce Voice has been generally available since spring 2026. Summer 26, which is where we are right now, added SIP-based or SIP-based call routing as an alternative to PSTN only, plus GA for the Agentforce mobile SDK across iOS, Android, and React Native. This is fully production ready, no beta disclaimer needed, but it is unlicensed and as an act-on to Service Cloud requiring Agentforce access and credits. It doesn't just come free with a base org. And if you ever connect a real phone number, you will need a telephony partner from the Salesforce voice partner ecosystem like Amazon Connect or Genesis. And that carries its own separate career and usage cost. Voice preview is the only path through all of this that costs you nothing extra, and it's what we will use for every single exercise. Let's actually go to do this in the org. Let me show you. This is our agent. In the connections, if we click the plus sign, says add connections. Here we have got various connections, and the connection that we are going to use is telephony. Since I have already added, it is marked as added. Then it will be displayed over here, telephony. Just like that. And it has got settings as well as behaviors. Let's go back to presentation. This is about adding the telephony. Now, once you have added the telephony, the Salesforce will prompt you for a default language and you will make it as an English. Once that finishes, the Explorer changes a really important way. Voice settings appears under agent definition setting in telephony. So this is what we were talking about. This settings appears over here where we have got adaptive response format. We'll discuss about this. We have got escalation and we have got inbound routing if we want to route conversation to an agent. Now here's something worth pausing on. Even with voice enabled, the Atlas reasoning engine is still drafting its answers at text first, same as it always has for chat. The problem is that text was never written for a human ear. Bullet point, bold text, markdown headers, and none of that has a spoken equivalent. A long, unbroken paragraph just sounds like wall of words with no room to breathe. That's exactly why Agentforce Voice applies spoken delivery shaping before the reply reaches speech synthesis. It cleans up text first, formatting, breaks long answers into shorter phrases, gets the first phrase out faster, and then insert pauses so the pacing actually sounds human. Let's make this concrete. On the latency side, think about a guest on the phone versus a guest reading a chat window. Dead air on a call feels a lot longer than a few seconds of typing dots in the chat window. Agentforce voice can start speaking the very first ready phrase, like acknowledging Mara questions about her cancelled guided volcano, while the rest of the answer is still being put. And on the pause side, look at the comparison as raw text, a list of options read like a bullet dump. So over here is a comparison spoken with voice specific shaping active. You got a few options. You had reschedule for Thursday or switch over to the sunset snorkeling tour. Or I can look into a refund for you. So the same information, completely different experience for the guest. So this is the text reply. But if agent whose voice has to speak, then it will take pauses in between. Now let's anchor this to the current UI. Under definitions, we have voice setting. This is where we choose a persona, enter a preview message and click play to hear how the current voice sounds. You can also see the tuning controls, speed, similarity, stability, plus pronunciation. So if I go over here, we have got behavior over here. This is the persona. We have got different persona like Mark is a persona, Alex is one, April is one. So we have got various persona and then we can test it also. Then if I selected Victoria, then it tells me the gender, age, language, accent, style, and we can write a preview message and we can play it along also.
Hello, I'm an AI agent. How can I help you?
So hopefully you heard that the persona. In case we want to change it, we can select a different one.
Hello, I'm an AI agent. How can I help you?
So depending upon our requirement, suppose we want a German, so this will not work because only for English as of now. Let's look into the mail.
Hello, I'm an AI agent. How can I help you?
So if I scroll down, we also have something called as tuning controls, speed, similarity, stability. Plus we have pronunciation dictionary and keyword boosting, which we will use in the later modules. So these keyword boosting we'll see in the later modules. Let's go back to presentation. Now let's talk about preview and testing. The first layer is the voice setting. as you would have seen, we tested out various persona where we can type a text and select a persona. In the second one, we can do a preview to select a user. Let's select a user. We are going to start. Hi, my name is Mara and my Volcano excursion got cancelled. What are options I've got?
I understand it's disappointing when an excursion like your Welcome Especial gets canceled. To help you find a new option or reschedule, I need to confirm your full name or a booking reference. Could you please provide your full name as it appears on your reservation, or share your booking reference number? This will let me check for the earliest available alternatives for you right away.
My booking reference number is EB001.
Your booking reference EB-0001 for the Welcome Especial is not canceled, so no rebooking action is needed at this time. If you have questions about a different excursion or need help with another booking, please let me know. Would you like information about other available excursions or need assistance with anything else?
So as of now, it just told me it is not cancelled. So if I go over EB0001, sorry, not 0001, we will see the status reschedule. So it was able.
Hey, I'm sorry, are you still there?
Now I don't need any further help.
Thank you for reaching out. If need help in the future, feel free to ask. Have a wonderful day at Coral Cloud Resorts.
So on the right hand side, every time we were doing a voice chat with this particular agent, there was reasoning that was going on by the Atlas. Now these were the steps that we did. Now let's just recap what all things we have done in this particular module. So Telephony is connected to the Coral Cloud Guest Concierge agent. Voice setting is now available for persona preview and tuning. Telephony setting and behavior expose the current voice delivery controls, and voice preview remains free zero telephony testing tool for the rest of this course. Next up, we are going to give this voice some personality, picking an avatar and tuning it to sound warm and reassurance instead of generic.